Hi everybody, welcome to Monday's installment of Hey What's Cooking. So today we're going to make lemon chicken. So what we need for today's recipe is we need some chicken. Okay, so for this chicken I have marinated with salt, 1 tablespoon of sake, half a teaspoon of or what I would say 1/4 teaspoon of sesame oil, and a little bit of white pepper. Okay, so I left it in the fridge for overnight. Okay, so for this recipe you can leave it in the fridge for a few hours. Okay, so for this recipe what do you need? You need chicken, as I mentioned. You need some pineapples, okay, that I've cut into cubes. You need some lemon juice, and I've squeezed it, okay, in this container. You need some garlic, some slices of ginger that's cut, and need a tablespoon of honey. Okay, let me turn on the stove and I'll show you how to cook this. This is an amazing dish. It's one of my comfort foods. Okay, let me put some oil. So what we're going to do is that we're going to fry the chicken, okay, alright, and then set it aside, and then I'll show you how to add the rest of the sauces. Now this dish is pretty easy to make, and it's a sweet and sour chicken. Many people they were asking me, and they were saying that they were mentioning that cooking Asian food is hard. Actually, cooking Asian food may not be that difficult. You just need some ingredients, and let's say, for example, if you do not have some of the ingredients, then you can be creative and just add on some other ingredients. I'll mention more about it. Okay? So for me, I don't really like tomato, and I mean, like, sweet and sour, and you add tomato sauce and all that stuff. I don't really like it. So I'm making this dish with a little bit of honey, okay, and how healthy can it be? This is wonderful, and it's raw and unfiltered honey. So instead of adding sugar to it, so I've added honey, and this is raw honey, and yeah, and in this dish I'll be adding fresh fruit like pineapples. This is a really cool dish. I love it. It's one of my comfort foods, and I just love it. So when I first moved to the US, I've been here for like close to 19 months. All I wanted was my Asian food, and I was really craving for Asian food. And sometimes a lot of many of my friends have lamented that it's difficult to get the sauces and the original sauces to cook Asian food. So during these months, I have had to be creative and to think of creative ways to cook Asian food, or to cook Asian food in such a way that it is, that's not that difficult, and you don't need that many of those sauces that we have back home. but still tastes yummy. As I mentioned, I am a life coach. I am a life coach, and I'm a life coach, and at the same time, I'm a cook. I love cooking. I cooked this dish recently for one of my good friends because she was on quarantine, and I cooked this dish for her. And she couldn't get out of the house. She had to be quarantined for 10 days. So many of us, we took turns to deliver food to her. Some of us would bring cooked food to her. So I would bring lunches to her. Okay. And she really liked this dish. So as I mentioned, I am a cook. Not really a cook. I am a life coach, and I love cooking. That's why I decided to set up this channel, Hey What's Cooking. You know? And okay, I'm going to set aside the chicken here. Alright. Now I'm going to heat up the pan. Add in just a little bit of oil. So the thing about Asian cooking is that you don't want to put too much oil. Then, you know, and it makes your food very greasy and very yucky. Don't like too much oil. Okay, so a little bit of garlic. Now I will add a little bit of ginger, cut ginger. So you can see that I've sliced these pieces of ginger. Fry till you can feel the fragrance coming out from the pan. Intoxicating. I love the smell of it. So good. Okay, now I'm going to add pineapples. And then add the chicken back into the pan. Okay, the thing is, I have used chicken breast here. And the thing about chicken breast is that you don't want to cook it too long that it gets stringy and very dry. Because chicken breast, they get dry really very quickly. So you want to cook it. That's why you want to slice it in such a way that it's not too thick. You know? And at the same time, when you cook chicken breast, just make sure that it has turned white, and that's it. Don't fry it for too long. Okay, or else it gets all dry and not nice. Okay, so now what we're going to do is that we're going to add 1 tablespoon of honey. Okay. Let me just put in some more honey so that it doesn't stick onto the spoon. And then we add 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. Smells so good. Okay, I'm going to show you how it looks now. Look at that. Okay, there you have it. Lemon chicken. That's it. Okay, I'm going to scoop it up into this container. Let me try that now. I love the taste. It has saltish taste, and it has a sweet taste of the pineapples. And sweet taste of the honey. It's really good. And it tastes a bit of intense because of the ginger. Slices of ginger that I've placed it inside. I love it with the pineapple. The pineapple gives it such incredible taste. Sweet, sour because of the lemon, saltish, the chicken, and a little bit of spicy because of the ginger. I love it. This is going to be for my dinner. Okay, so as I mentioned that I am a life coach, and I do life coaching using photography. So today I came across a quote, okay, and a story actually, alright? And I'd like to show you 3 cards. Okay, the first card is gentleness. Second card is home. Third card is belonging. So during this time, when we are going through so much stress all over the world, be very gentle with yourself. Gentleness. Okay? Surround yourself with people that make you feel belong. Like a community. Or you can have a community of like your family members, or you have community of your friends, you know, that they make you feel at home. And that's very, very important, you know. And I was mentioning it to someone recently that being with the right people, it really helps a lot. And especially during such stressful times, you don't want to be with people who put you down, or people who doubt you, or people who, you know, make you feel less of a person. So you want to be with people who make you feel that you belonging. And the third card is home. You want to be with people who make you feel like, you know, at home, you know, with yourself, at home with your feelings. It's not easy, you know, whatever all of us are going through. So be very, very gentle with yourself. Surround yourself with people who make you feel belonged and who make you feel at home. Let me read to you a story. Okay, I got to have my glasses. Excuse me. And the story comes from, and the title of the story is called Belonging. A few years ago at the Seattle Special Olympics, 9 contestants, all physically or mentally disabled, assembled at the starting line for the 100-yard dash. At the gun, they all started out not exactly in the dash, but with a relish to run the race to the finish and win. All, that is, except one little boy who stumbled on the asphalt, tumbled over a couple of times, and began to cry. The other 8 heard the boy cry. They slowed down and looked back. Then they all turned around and went back. Every one of them. One girl with Down syndrome bent down and kissed him and said, this will make it better. Then all 9 linked arms and walked together to the finish line. Everyone in the stadium stood, and the cheering went on for several minutes. Okay, I have this quote from Mother Teresa, and this is what she says. If we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other. So this week, focus on people who make you feel belong. Okay, so have a wonderful week of possibilities, and I'll see you next week in Hey, What's Cooking? Bye.